Okay, so have you ever had that feeling that, wait, where you really want to get your finances sorted out, finally get them in order?
Oh, yeah, but maybe you just feel completely overwhelmed. Like, where do I even start?
Exactly. Or perhaps you're kind of bogged down thinking about past money mistakes, wondering if you could ever really catch up.
If that sounds familiar, well, you're definitely not alone.
Absolutely. Welcome, everyone, to Bookish Dives. We've done a couple of these deep dives before, exploring some really impactful books.
And today we're diving into one that's been a total game changer for so many people.
That's right. It's Bola Sokunbi's Clever Girl Finance. Ditch debt, save money, and build real wealth.
Our mission today really is to unpack the most powerful insights from this book, the stuff that's actually actionable.
Yeah, we want to give you a clear path, something empowering to help you take control no matter where you're starting from.
And Bola Sokunbi herself is just such an incredible example. I mean, her own story is amazing.
It really is. She saved over $100,000 in just 3.5 years, right after college.
Yeah, and she basically wrote this book because she wanted to create the resources she wished she'd had back then, especially for women.
Right. It's so comprehensive. Covers everything, really from mindset, which is huge, all the way to, smart investing strategies.
It really is about using your finances to design the life you want. Freedom, intention, all that.
So where does she start? What's the foundation?
Well, like you said, mindset, it all begins there. And she shares this incredibly vulnerable story that really drives it home about her designer handbags.
Oh, I remember reading that. The Chanel bag.
Exactly. She talks about buying her first one for, what was it, like $2,850 and feeling this incredible rush.
Yeah, but then it became a cycle, right? Thousands of dollars in bags just sitting there.
And the real kicker, the really shocking part, was when she figured out that the money from just that one bag, if she'd invested it in Amazon stock back then, it could have grown to over $35,000.
Wow. Okay, that's powerful.
It really is. But her point isn't about shaming yourself. It's about, acknowledging it, forgiving yourself for those maybe not so great choices, and then moving forward, learning the lesson.
Letting go of the guilt. I like that.
And that leads right into why she feels financial empowerment needs to be, in her words, a woman's thing.
Okay, tell me more about that, because wealth building is for everyone, surely.
Oh, absolutely. But women face unique challenges, like the pay gap earning, 20% less on average? That's a tough starting point.
Yeah, that's a big disadvantage from the get-go.
And we tend to live longer, so we actually need more saved for retirement. Plus, there are emotional factors sometimes. Retail therapy, maybe.
Guilty as charged, sometimes.
Right. Or maybe being less likely to negotiate salaries, which, over a lifetime.
Wow, that adds up to a massive amount, doesn't it?
Huge. Bola argues the traditional finance world often just, overlooks these specific needs.
So her book fills that gap. And she says, being emotional isn't a weakness here.
Not at all. It can be a strength if you channel it right. Calculated risks, patience. Women can be amazing savers and investors with the right tools.
Okay. And part of that is dreaming big and this circle of influence idea.
Yeah, she's big on affirmations for your goals. And she quotes Peter Vilsvood, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with."
That makes you think.
It really does. It's about consciously choosing positive influences, people who lift you up financially and otherwise.
Even virtual mentors.
Yeah.
Like Oprah or Warren Buffett.
Yeah, learning from their journeys, their wisdom. And she shares a story about LaToya Scott.
Oh, the one who overcame retail therapy and bankruptcy.
That's her. Her turning point was getting crystal clear on what she truly wanted. Shifting from shopping to find joy in things like reading, writing, knowing her why.
That clarity seems key. So mindset first, then what? Practical steps.
Exactly. Step 1, get organized. Bola says you have to tell your money what to do, otherwise it just disappears.
Huh, so true. So organizing records, bank statements, insurance, all that stuff.
Yep. Knowing what you have, where it is. Bank accounts, insurance policies, tax returns, investments, even wills. Some things you keep forever, like birth certificates, others maybe 7 years, like tax returns. The main thing is just knowing.
Okay, getting it all together. Then tracking spending.
Yes. She suggests starting simple. A physical spending journal for maybe a couple of weeks.
What do you track?
Date, item, cost, what it was for, and this is crucial, how you felt when you spent it.
Ah, the emotional connection again.
Right. Then look back at your bank and credit card statements, like the last 3 months. See the real patterns.
And this helps uncover bad habits.
Totally. Things you might not even realize you're doing. dipping into the emergency fund for non-emergencies, avoiding investing because you think you don't earn enough.
Yeah, things like that.
It reminds me of that Warren Buffett quote. The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken.
That's good.
And building new positive habits takes time. The book says around 66 days on average, so it's about consistency.
Right, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh.
Okay, so you're tracking, you see the habits. What about net worth?
Ah, yes. Your financial snapshot. It's simple, really. Assets minus liabilities, everything you own minus everything you owe.
And knowing that number is important.
It's essential. It tells you your financial health right now, and then you know what to work on, usually reducing debt and increasing investments to make that number grow.
Got it. Foundation laid, mindset, organization, tracking, net worth. Now for the action plan. Budgeting.
Exactly. But Bola has a great way of reframing it. She doesn't like the word budgeting much.
Oh, what does she call it?
Your money plan.
Ooh, I like that. Less restrictive, more empowering.
Precisely. It feels like you're in control, making a plan for your future, not just cutting back.
So what are her key tips for making this money plan actually work?
Well, one big one is acknowledging that no 2 months are identical. You need flexibility.
Okay, that makes sense. Life happens.
Right. So create it in advance, base it on what you expect to earn, pay your essentials first before splurging. Keep tracking your transactions and just practice. You'll get better. Adjustments are normal.
And she breaks down the categories too, right? Like where the money should go.
Yep. 4 main buckets. First, money for your future self. Think savings, emergency fund, extra debt payments. Pay yourself first.
Crucial. Okay, what else?
Then essentials, housing, food, utilities, transport. Then other financial goals, maybe saving for a down payment or a vacation.
And the last one.
Everything else. Splurge money, fun money, it has its place too.
So it's not all deprivation. And she mentions different styles, like percentages or cash.
Yeah, she covers a few. The percentage breakdown, like the 502 and 1515 rule, 50% needs, 20% savings debt, 15% wants, 15% other goals, or variations on that.
Okay.
Or the cash envelope system, which is really good if you struggle with overspending on cards. You physically put cash in envelopes for different categories.
Tangible. I can see how that works.
There's also reverse budgeting focused mainly on hitting one big savings goal first, then spend the rest. And, of course, using apps.
So lots of options.
The key message is always find what works for you. Experiment.
And you mentioned fun money. Rewarding yourself is important.
Definitely. You need rewards built in, otherwise you'll feel deprived and might just give up.
Makes sense. But how do you reward yourself smartly?
Align it with your values. What truly brings you joy? Maybe it's not expensive stuff. Find free or low-cost treats. A walk in the park, a library book, coffee with a friend.
Good point. And avoid comparison.
Oh, absolutely. She warns, comparison is the thief of joy. Don't spend to keep up with others. Focus on your own journey.
That's huge. Okay, what about trickier situations, like inconsistent income or budgeting as a couple?
Great questions. For inconsistent income, she suggests creating a baseline budget based on your lowest expected income. Prioritize essentials. When you have a good month, plan ahead for leaner times.
Okay, build a buffer. And for couples.
Communication is everything. She stresses having regular monthly money conversations. Talk openly about bills, goals, spending styles. It prevents so many arguments.
And money talks can be tough, though.
They can be, but they're vital. Decide how you'll manage accounts separate, joint, a mix. The key is transparency and making sure both partners feel secure and involved. Even in a partnership, individual financial security matters.
Really important points. All right, let's shift gears a bit. Debt. Bola's take is pretty blunt, right?
Oh, yeah. Debt sucks. That's literally a chapter title, I think.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Does she share personal experience here, too?
She does. Her first credit card in college, she maxed out $2,000 really quickly.
Been there.
And got hit with, quote, hideous 24.99% interest. It took her months to pay off that relatively small amount, and it was a major wake-up call.
Wow. So what's her advice? Get radical.
Get radical. Write down every single debt you have. Know the enemy. Differentiate good debt, maybe like a mortgage, from bad debt, like high-interest credit cards.
And for the bad debt?
She literally suggests cutting up the cards sometimes. Break the physical connection, the habit.
Drastic, but maybe necessary for some. What about repayment strategies?
She details the two big ones. First, the debt snowball.
Okay, how does that work?
You list your debt's smallest balance to largest. Ignore the interest rates for a moment. Pay minimums on everything except the smallest one. Throw every extra penny at that smallest debt until it's gone.
And then?
Then you take the money you're paying on that smallest debt plus its minimum payment and attack the next smallest debt.
So the payment amount snowballs gets bigger over time.
Exactly. The big win here is psychological. You get quick wins, knock out debts fast, and build momentum. It keeps you motivated.
Makes sense. What's the other one? The avalanche.
Right, the debt avalanche. This one's more about math. You list debts by interest rate, highest to lowest.
Okay.
Pay minimums on all except the one with the highest interest rate. Throw all your extra money at that one. Once it's gone, attack the next highest interest rate.
So this saves more money in the long run.
Yes, because you're eliminating the most expensive debt first, you pay less interest overall.
So snowball for motivation, avalanche for maximum savings.
Pretty much. Again, it depends on what works best for you and keeps you going. Both are super effective.
What about student loans? They feel like a different beast sometimes.
She acknowledges they're the new normal for many, but still conquerable. She shares some really inspiring stories.
Like who?
Melissa Bhutan, who paid off over $37,000 in student loans on a pretty limited income.
Wow.
And Naseema McElroy, the story is incredible, paid off nearly $1 million in debt. Home, student loans, credit cards, everything, in under 3 years.
$1 million.
By getting super intentional, zero-based budgeting, side hustles, radical focus, it shows what's possible when you commit.
Those are amazing examples.
Yeah.
Beyond those main strategies, does she offer other ways to speed up debt payoff?
Oh yeah, loads of practical tips. Things like consolidating high-interest debt into a lower-rate loan if possible. Always paying more than the minimum, even if it's just a little.
Small amounts add up.
Definitely. Maybe using some non-retirement savings if the debt interest rate is crazy high. Selling stuff you don't need, getting a part-time job or side hustle.
Everyday things, too.
Yep. Cutting back on subscriptions, packing your lunch, skipping some nights out, carpooling, finding ways to trim the grocery bill, and using windfalls like tax refunds or bonuses strategically straight to debt.
That's a whole arsenal of tactics. Okay, so getting out of debt is huge, but then building actual wealth.
Yeah.
That's investing, right?
Yes. And she says this is her absolute favorite part. Investing is how your money really starts working for you, how it grows significantly over time.
Through compounding. Can you break that down simply? It sounds kind of magical.
It almost feels like it, but it's just math. Compounding is earning returns not just on your original investment, but also on the returns that investment has already generated. Interest earning interest.
Okay, example.
The book uses one like this.
Yeah.
Say you invest $1,000. If it earns 10% simple interest per year, after 25 years, you'd have your original $1,000 plus $2,500 in interest, so $3,500 total.
Right.
But with compounding at 10%, that same $1,000 untouched for 25 years could grow to over $10,800.
Whoa. Okay, that's a massive difference. Just by letting the earnings reinvest and grow too.
Exactly. It's why starting early is so powerful, even with small amounts. Time is your biggest ally.
So how does she suggest getting started? Investing seems intimidating, all those terms.
She demystifies it really well. She explains things like brokerage firms, robo-advisors, and key concepts like index funds or ETFs exchange-traded funds.
What are those, basically?
Think of them like baskets holding lots of different stocks or bonds. So instead of picking individual companies, which is risky, you buy a piece of the whole market or a sector. It gives you instant diversification.
Less risky, easier to manage.
Generally, yes. And often lower fees, which she emphasizes understanding. Those expense ratios, the annual fees, can eat into your returns over time.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And she talks about retirement investing specifically. 401ks, IRAs.
Absolutely critical. She explains the different accounts, 401ks, 403bs, often through employers. Big benefit there is the company match-free money.
Always take the match.
Always. Then there are IRAs, traditional and Roth. Roth IRAs are amazing because your qualified withdrawals in retirement are completely tax-free.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And figuring out how much you need for retirement.
She guides you through calculating your personal number. Not just some generic $1 million target, but what you actually need based on your desired lifestyle. Makes it much more real.
That's much more motivating. So build wealth through investing. What about protecting it?
Crucial piece. This involves understanding your credit score.
FICO, Vantage Score, those numbers that seem to control everything.
Pretty much. They impact big purchases, houses, cars, even renting an apartment or getting insurance rates. So understanding how they're calculated is key.
And how to improve your score.
Pay bills on time, every time. That's the biggest factor. Keep your credit utilization low. Don't max out your cards. Aim for below 30%. Even lower is better.
Okay. Anything surprising?
Yeah, don't necessarily close old credit card accounts, even if you don't use them much. Having older accounts actually helps your credit history length, which is a positive factor.
Ah, good tip. Busting myths like needing to carry a balance.
Definitely busts that one. Carrying a balance just costs you interest. It doesn't help your score. Paying in full every month is best.
Got it. What else falls under protection? Insurance.
Yes, she calls insurance the backup to your backup. Covers the main types: auto, health, home, or renters; life insurance, especially if people depend on you; disability insurance.
Disability. People often forget that one.
So important. Your ability to earn income is often your biggest asset. Also, things like personal article policies for valuables, even pet insurance. The idea is to have the right coverage for your life, protecting you from major financial setbacks.
Makes sense. And protecting against bigger economic issues. Recessions.
Yeah, she talks about recession-proofing your finances. Very relevant.
What are the key steps there?
5 main things. Beef up your emergency savings. Aim for more than the standard 3-6 months if you can. Pay down debt aggressively, especially high-interest debt. Diversify your investments. Keep budgeting consistently, even when things feel tight.
And the fifth.
Create multiple income streams. Don't rely on just one source if you can help it. Side hustles, passive income, whatever works for you.
That diversification applies to income too. Smart. What about identity theft, fraud?
Also covered. Basic but essential steps. Check your credit reports regularly. You can get them free. Consider credit monitoring or freezes if you're concerned. Use strong, unique passwords and change them.
And if you do suspect something?
Act fast. Contact the companies involved. Place fraud alerts on your credit reports. File a report with the FTC. The book outlines the steps clearly.
Okay, comprehensive protection. Now, the flip side of saving, making more money.
Yes. Crucial part of the equation. 2 big areas: negotiation and side hustle.
Negotiation. She highlights that women often don't negotiate salaries.
It's a shocking statistic. She quotes women potentially leaving $1 million to $1.5 million on the table over their careers by not negotiating.
Wow. $1 million.
Yeah. Bola admits regretting not negotiating her own first salary. The advice from HR expert Dorianne St. Fleur is gold. Treat it like a business transaction. Know your value. Research the market rate. Articulate your unique contribution clearly. Don't be afraid to ask.
Practice makes perfect there, I imagine. And side hustles.
Bola's a huge proponent, drawing from her own success with the photography business she started on the side.
Right.
Side hustles can be a massive boost. Extra income to pay off debt faster, save more, invest more. It gives you options and accelerates your goals. It's about creating opportunities.
Absolutely. So bringing it all together, this book seems like a really holistic guide.
It truly is. It goes way beyond just numbers. It's about mindset, strategy, action, and ultimately empowerment.
And the core message feels really positive, right? That anyone can do this.
Absolutely. Bola makes it clear. Wherever you're starting from, whatever mistakes you think you've made, you do have what it takes. You can ditch the debt, save money, build real wealth.
It takes time, obviously. Commitment, strategy.
For sure. It's not overnight. But it's entirely possible to get control and, like she says, live life on your own terms.
Such an empowering message.
It really is. Her approach is practical, but also deeply encouraging.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, maybe the key thing for you listening is to pick just one thing.
Yeah, one small step you can take today.
Maybe it's finally pulling that credit report, or starting that spending journal Bola suggests, just for a week or two. Or maybe just listing out all your debts so you know exactly what you're facing.
Whatever feels like the most manageable first step for you, just start there. Build momentum.
You absolutely have the power to change your financial future. We really hope this exploration of Clever Girl Finance has given you some valuable insights and maybe a little inspiration.
Hope it was helpful.
Be sure to follow Bookish Dives for more deep dives into books that can genuinely make a difference. Thanks for listening.